Think Realty Nation, it's your host, Abhi. Welcome to the Think Realty Podcast, and the show that makes you happier. And it really does. Like, I got an email the other day, and they're like, the gentleman said, "Hey, I love watching your show. You got great energy, and your guests are amazing." That's awesome. I love that. You're welcome. That being said, I'm excited for today's show. I have a really good friend and mentor of mine, Glenn Stromberg, who'll be joining me in just a moment. We're going to talk about some of his favorite ways to make money in real estate investing. Can't miss that conversation. And then after we're finished with him, we are going to talk about who you can trust in the real estate investing business. Trust is a very, very, very big important factor when either JVing or getting into business with somebody. And how do you determine how you can trust your real estate mentor or business partner? And I'll ask Glenn about his thoughts on that as well. This podcast is brought to you by Residential Capital Partners, a leading hard money lender with a national scope and local presence in each market they serve. Their partners and loan affiliates have flipped well over 1,000 properties themselves, which means they know your business. Visit them today at www.residentialcapitalpartners.com. All right, let's get to it. Glenn, welcome to the show, man. How are you doing?
Abhi, I'm doing great, man. It's great to be with you.
Hey, likewise. Thanks so much for your time. Give our viewers and listeners a little background on who you are and what you do.
Yeah. I have been in the manufactured housing industry for over 30 years. So that is my specialty. Our business model is we buy manufactured homes on land. We're doing it in 4 states right now. We're expanding rapidly. We're doing it in Texas, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Georgia. And we buy them, we fix them up like new. We property manage them. We keep probably 30% for ourselves, and we turnkey the other 70% to our investors. So that's in a nutshell, that's our business model.
Absolutely love it. And so when it comes to that specifically, I mean, that's a hyper niche focus area that you're paying attention to. And I want to make sure that everybody understands that you don't have to be spread across a bunch of different asset classes, a bunch of different strategies within the real estate world, right? Like, you don't have to be doing single family flip, single family buy and hold, multifamily, tax liens, and then mobile homes or manufactured housing. Why does it make sense, Glenn, to just focus in on maybe 1 or 2 strategies that really make sense for you?
Well, here's the reason I'm in my niche. I believe there's riches in the niches. Most people aren't in my space, and there's a lot less competition in what I do if they go into too many different asset classes. And I'd rather be efficient at one.
You've been known for structuring joint ventures with investors, whether it's inside an IRA or outside an IRA. And what I love about IRAs is the absolute crazy potential tax-free returns that you get if you do it right. Self-directed Roth IRA is one of the only ways you can make that happen. You can't do that in a traditional IRA. You can do that in a Roth IRA, a self-directed Roth IRA. So pay attention to that. But what's like a good best practice on how to joint venture with you and your firm using my IRA?
Yeah, it's real simple. Like we have over 100 investors, and it's just a matter of, when an investor lets us know what they want to invest, we put their money to work for them. They're double-digit returns. In a lot of cases, they're high double-digit returns. And you're absolutely right. I think especially the traditional IRAs are great, but Roths, you've already paid the taxes. It all grows tax-free, and I think it's the greatest invention in sliced bread, in my opinion. The Roth IRA is.
So you're always on the move, and I appreciate that about you, Glenn. I mean, you're going from one deal to the next deal. I think you're like about to be in a meeting, which I love doing this. It's like man on the street kind of thing. Where is the opportunity? Like, we're looking at 2020, big election year this year. What's your gut feeling of, should I be buying heavy right now? Should I be preserving my cash? What does 2021 look like? Because if there's one thing that I know about Glenn Stromberg, is that not only has he figured out his strategy for 2020, but he's also looking forward into 2021, even though it's still early on in mid Q1 of 2020 right now. What say you? What should I be paying attention to, and how should I be adjusting my strategy?
Well, I'm in mastermind groups all over the country, and the consensus is that we're at the top of the market. Okay, nobody knows for sure, obviously, but I believe it's always a good time to buy if you're buying them right. If your marketing, your acquisitions are right, if you're buying them right, it's always a good time to buy. And so, if the market does reset, it'll probably even get better. But yes, we're buying 10 to 15 properties a month right now, and we plan on doing it all through 2020, and we'll probably increase that in 2021. So that's our plan.
I think it makes sense. I mean, if we're not paying attention to the numbers and we're buying willy-nilly and we're getting very emotional about the market and emotional about the property, then I think we're definitely going to lose the game. But if we're being very strategic about it, then I think that sets us apart, right? And I think that makes a whole heck of a lot more sense. In the mastermind groups that you attend, are they really focused on, say, wholesaling as a strategy? And I'm sure, like, when you get up on stage, not a lot of people are talking about manufactured housing. So do you think that's going to be, I mean, obviously there's a lot of opportunity there for you, but do you think the next rush is going to be manufactured housing?
I would doubt it.
Okay.
I would seriously doubt that. I think, most people just don't understand it, don't get it. There's not as much bank financing out there. That's why, we use all private financing. We use all investors, all private investors, and they really prefer our deals versus a single family house deal too. Because the like I say, the capital is 1/3 to 1/2, and the cash flows are a lot more than a single family house. So, but yeah, I think as time goes on, more and more people will find out about it. There are people that are doing manufactured homes, and I think, once again, I've got the abundance mentality. There's plenty out there for everybody.
That's right. You're going to be at the Baltimore event, the Think Realty Baltimore event. So you want to make sure you get your tickets. Go to thinkrealty.com/Baltimore. Shameless plug there. But, listen, Glenn is a guy that you absolutely must talk to, connect with, and somehow convince him to be your mentor, right? You need Glenn in your life. I'm lucky to have him in my life because I can text him and he's like, "No, you idiot. This is not the right deal. This property sucks. What are you doing?" And then I'll get a bunch of emojis from Glenn. Let me see if I can pull him up. He'll send me a bunch of poop emojis. This deal sucks. Don't do it. So I love you for that, man. But Baltimore is going to be a really special event because not only will you be speaking as a resident expert, which you are on Sunday, but you're going to be connecting with other investors during the Saturday and, of course, the previous vendor reception on Friday. Help me understand what you're looking at gaining and what you expect to give during the Think Realty Baltimore event.
Well, I always gain by the networking, right? You're always making new friends, new contacts. There's always people you're going to end up doing business with. Like you say, I can help people. People can help me. People need to come to the event. The events are awesome. You get people in every segment of the business, and hopefully I can help people. People are interested in getting in manufactured housing. I'll be speaking on Sunday, and I always want to serve and always want to help. And I love the Think Realty platform, and like I say, I know it's helping a lot of people.
I absolutely love it. So, Glenn, I know you got to run. We've got to run. I certainly appreciate the time. What's the best way to engage with you if I want to learn a little more about the manufactured housing and how that can really play an important part in my portfolio for the long term?
I always feel free to give out my phone number, 817-966-1258, or my email is Glenn, Glenn, at Stromberg, STROMBERG, investmentgroup.com.
Awesome. Love it, man. Listen, thanks so much for the time. I appreciate you sharing some of your insights about the market and what you've done to really focus in on the niche and how investors can use their IRA to really see some big gains. So certainly appreciate that. And we'll see you in Baltimore.
Sounds great. Abhi, you're the best, man. Thanks. Appreciate you having me. Okay.
Absolutely, Glenn. Thanks a lot. Enjoy your meeting. So this segment is brought to you by Residential Capital Partners, a leading hard money lender with a national scope and a local presence in each market they serve. Their partners and loan affiliates have flipped well over 1,000 properties themselves, so they know your business. Visit them today at residentialcapitalpartners.com. So trust is a pretty big thing, right? Obviously, and who can you trust in the real estate space? Well, if you're new, you have to. I feel like right now as a real estate investor, you're looking at 100, 150, 200 deals to find a couple that you're going to put offers on, right? The same thing you kind of have to do as a new investor looking for partnerships, because trust is a really big factor. Anything can go wrong in a deal, and every deal is always over budget. It's always never on time. So having somebody that's on your side that has the right temperament, they've been there, they've done that, they understand what success looks like, they understand what failure looks like, and really connecting with them is what's going to push that relationship forward. I've had good business partners and I've had bad business partners, and I know what it feels like. And so when I walk into a room and I start networking with people and shaking their hands and say, hey, my name is Abhi and this is what I'm looking for, how can I help you? What are you looking for? Maybe there's opportunity. I'm looking for that good gut feel. And if I don't get it, I'm gonna walk away because I'm just gonna save myself the time, the headache, and the hassle. So I would encourage you to do the exact same thing. It just makes sense. Don't get emotional about property, but kind of get emotional with a potential business partner and really understand their motivations and really understand where they're headed in the future. For example, if you have an 80-year-old mentor, maybe you're not going to do a whole lot of deals with this person, but you're going to sit down and talk to them for maybe an hour a month or 30 minutes a month and really gain and really lean on that experience. But in turn, you're going to offer them a lot of value. If you have somebody that is of your age, you want to do business with this person, maybe try doing a deal. Don't just go all gung-ho and start an LLC and go for it all day one. Maybe do a deal and see how it feels. Go through a couple challenges, yell at each other. That's okay, it's healthy. But see how that feels and see if that's a good fit for you. Ultimately, that's how you build trust. Think Realty Nation, if you have any questions about that or you're struggling with this concept, get in touch. You can find me anywhere online or by visiting www.thinkrealty.com. We cannot make this show possible without the support and the help of our sponsors. So today's sponsor is Narada Real Estate Investments. Check them out. Go to www.turnkeyrealestateinvestments.com. Narada Real Estate Investments is your premier source for cash flow investment property. Again, that website is www.turnkeyrealestateinvestments.com. Think Realty Nation, it's a wrap. I've had fun. I hope you've learned something. And until next time, happy investing.